What if you could create stunning professional graphics for your presentations in just seconds without any design skills? Imagine doing the work that top consultants charge six figures for using AI tools that you already have access to. In today's video, I'm revealing how you could transform plain text into eye-catching visuals instantly. Ready to supercharge your presentations and leave your audience amazed? Let's get started. Hi, my name is Michelle Anderson. I am owner of Meraki Marketing Services. We do comprehensive all-in-one marketing solutions for your business. Today's video, I am going to be sharing with you a really cool new tool. It is completely free and it is something that you can use to be able to create graphics. So have you ever had a presentation you needed to do and you wanted a graphic for it, but you weren't quite sure how to go about it? Maybe you don't have the design skills or the tech skills to be able to do it. Or maybe you have content that you're creating and you want a nice little graph. Well, we all know about the AI. Well, maybe most of us are learning about the AI image generators, but they're not so good with text and they don't really do well with graphs. So I've got a solution for you to create AI graphs that use text, and you can use them in all sorts of things, presentations, on your blog posts, wherever you need a graph, basically. So what is this tool? It is called Napkin AI, and I'm going to show you how I've recently just used it. It's new to me as well, but I was excited about it and wanted to bring it to you. So there may be more capabilities that I may come back later with as I learn more about this tool. So I have an automation that actually creates my blog posts for me. It's something that I don't need to, I just give it some content. I have a place where I add some content that I'm interested in creating a blog post about. And it does all the rest. It actually puts it on my website for me as a draft, because of course I want to be able to see it and tweak it and make sure that it's what I want before I actually publish it. So the thing about it though is that it tends to be just a little bit bland. It's just sort of text and that's it. I do have some tweaking that I'm working on in terms of adding graphics within the automation. But I thought in the meantime that this napkin tool could be really great to be adding some graphs, some image, just to kind of give it a little bit more visual interest. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So let me just quickly kind of show you. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm sharing my screen. All right, so this is my automation that I use, and it goes through several steps, starting with Slack, and later on, I'm going to create a video about this if everybody is interested. But basically, I've got it all set up, so all I have to do is go into Slack. I have an idea, or I see something that I'm interested in creating a blog post on, and I have created also like a content map so that I'm covering all the different topics that I need to do based on keyword research. But I have this automation. When I put just the idea in my Slack, it takes it through a whole process. It researches it decides whether it kind of critiques it and goes back and says, is this good? What's good? All of that, and all the way down to creating and posting a blog post. So I actually just had it run one. And I'm going to show you here what that looked like. Well, I haven't gone in with the Elementor app and done anything, but it just kind of posted it just like this. It has an image also that it generates as the featured image. But other than that, it's really just, text here. So how can we make this a little bit more visually interesting? So basically what I'm doing so far is I'm just copying all of this content and I'm going to go to Napkin. Now, I have this here that I was experimenting with. I'm going to start a new one here, but just so you can kind of see, I've pasted in image my blog post, and I can choose where I think I want to generate some kind of graph or imagery. So let's try this with a new one. I think draft with AI is what I did. So this is what I've used so far. So I have pasted in my blog post, and I clicked on continue. So it's going on and it's creating it's the new napkin. And once it's created that, then I can go through and look at where might be good. Sometimes I think it's good, like if you have data, that's a really great place to maybe generate a graph of some sort. Um, and again, of course, if you're doing this for a presentation, you can just put in the topics and see what it comes up with, the content that you have. You can use GPT to like sort of generate the content that you want to have a graph about, and then put it in here and use it like that. So let's see here. I haven't read through all of this yet. Obviously, this has just been generated not that long ago, and I'm going to go through all of this. I'm going to edit it and tweak it and add my own little flavor in here. But because I am including AI automation services as part of my services from my agency, I want to start creating content about this. So that's what this topic is about. So let's see here. Efficiency and resource optimization, boosting. This maybe could be a good spot. So I'm going to click here. And so you can see once I click on that, it kind of opens it up and it's doing its little thing here. And it is generating a graph. Actually, what you'll do is you'll actually have some different possibilities. So it'll come up with one image in here, but you can actually scroll through here and look at the different styles, see if one fits. And even within these, let's see, obviously I'm going to come back here and actually work on this a little bit more, but let's say you like this one and then you want to click on styles. So you can choose a graph, but you can actually even go through and customize it further. And if you hear a squeaky toy in the background, that's my dog who's decided to come in and play with his squeaky toy. So you can choose what you want in terms of the styles that are in there, but you can even tweak it a little bit further with this little graph here. So if you have branding colors that you want to use, you can actually go through that and tweak the different colors based on this. You can choose the font that you want. You can put some, graphics of borders. Here's some borders around it. And even go in, I guess, and tweak little bits and pieces in here. If you have an image, you can upload that image. Maybe that'll be included as part of the graph. I haven't played too much with this part down here yet. This could be interesting, I think. Let's see. We can see if I script. What will it do? So I'm just playing with this. Actually, I haven't gotten to this part yet, but you can see here now I have a graph. Let's, I'm just going to leave that there now. Let me take that off. Let me see here. So what do you do once you have it? You can actually, as you saw on there, there was like a border around it. Let's see, around the whole graph. I want the whole graph. Now maybe I didn't. I want the whole thing. And you can actually, and I did this with the other one. So maybe me clicking on things down here did something that I'm not familiar with yet. Again, like I said, I have not been using this tool too much. I was just so excited. I wanted to bring it to you. But there is a way, so once it's generated, that you can actually save the whole image in there as a PNG or an SVG if you want it as a vector graphic, which can just be like something that is scaled to a larger, if you're creating a large poster or something. Um, so what I will do is I'm going to come back here later. I'm going to play with this a little bit more and actually come up with some graphics that I can then go to my blog post here and actually incorporate and add those images in to try and create a little bit more visual interest in it. I think sometimes when it's just too much words, people see a lot of words and they are not going to want to read it. You have to break it up. It's good to break it up with images or graphics or things like that. So that's what I want to do with it and just kind of make it a little bit easier to digest. So let me come back here. Hopefully you found this useful. Let me know if you've ever heard of Napkin or if you have some other ideas of how you might use Napkin. I'd be very interested to hear as well because there are lots of possibilities and I would love to have a share about that. So if AI automations are of interest to you, like I said, later on I'm going to show how I'm going to how I set up my viral blog post automation. If any of this interests you, please just subscribe and that way you'll be notified later on that for my next videos. Until the next time, have a great day.